And you looked over at me and said, what?
And I was like, wow, that's an interesting hog you got there.
You complimented my penis, and I said, thank you. You look familiar.
I do remember that.
I want a Four Loko, breath mint.
Four Loko breath mint?
Four Loko breath mints. Hi, Sharks.
Four Loko breath mints.
Tired of being a little sluggish throughout the work week?
We got the legend, Adam Ray
Adam
on.
Ray, also known as Dr. Phil. What were you saying? You were just pitching?
I was saying that anytime you have any type of caffeine that's not from coffee or what's happening? What's happening?
He just said it's a big cup. Yeah.
It's a big cup.
I'm going to turn the Bucks, though. I do support Bucks, but I don't want them to get the free
Starbucks?
ad. Yeah.
Do we?
Hot take to support them.
I know.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Let me say this. I walk in and see the pictures that they have on the Starbucks walls of people picking coffee beans. Do they want to do that?
What?
They put their
pictures.
They have employee of the month.
That's what I'm saying,
they're
dude.
coffee bean slaves or what?
Yeah, no. I'm saying the pictures that they put, the nice portraits, the black and white portraits.
Oh yeah.
And they have all the coffee beans, and everyone that's from whatever country have all the coffee beans.
Oh,
I'm
I see you.
Do they want to be there?
No.
And how much are you paying
But
them?
then you look right below, and there's a guy watching VHS porn on a Dell monitor.
With no
right
headphones.
Below. Oh, no headphones.
I saw a no headphone, I swear to God, porn guy on a Delta flight circa maybe 2 months ago.
What
First class. So
laptop or monitor? First class.
Phone, baby. Up like this.
Oh, yeah. I saw a guy watching Twitter
If it
porn
wasn't porn,
once.
I don't know what network is airing this program.
Saltburn.
But it was way worse than that. It was because at first I just kept hearing, I was asleep and I just kept hearing, and so you're
that's Dua Lipa's
dude, that's
new
the best
song,
sound
bro.
to hear,
Dude, are you kidding me? Yeah.
And
what a great thing to wake up to.
And so I'm
orgasm?
I was half asleep. I was in that tired state where you're
chubbed up.
You ever been very chubbed up? You ever been so tired and hard on a plane where you're if the plane goes down, I'm actually not mad about it because I'm so tired. This will be the best way to go.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
I know that's a dark thought, but sometimes I'm so tired.
I'm
I can't even wake myself up if they were sir, you get to do whatever you want for 10 seconds because we're going down,
Yeah. My first thought, if a plane's going down, I go, am I the most important person on this flight? Because when that headline comes out, is it going to be Charlemagne and 400 others? Or is it going to be YouTube, TikTok influencer Trevor Wallace and 400? Or is it just going to, I'm not even going to
be the
make
Star
the headline.
Pterodactyl. Amazon Prime's
Amazon
Pterodactyl.
Prime, November 14th. Or is it even going to be, am I going to be mentioned?
Wait, now let me ask you this. Great, this is a great game, and then I'll get back to the porn guy on the plane.
Please.
What celebs would trump you on the plane? If
so
you
many.
were, yeah.
So many.
Yeah, billion.
Okay, so
the
let me,
ShamWow guy, so many.
Bro, I definitely was going to say that guy.
You were going to say that?
Yeah. I was going to say ShamWow guy, Rob Kardashian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Kardashian.
I think you would get more love than Rob K.
I don't think so, dude. The name Kardashian, I love you, but the name Kardashian, that's going to trump.
Fuck. All right, bad example.
We would be neck and neck, I feel like.
I'd say Pat Sajak, but he just retired, so he's got quite a bit of buzz right now.
I'm not joking. I thought he was dead.
I have a question.
Sajak?
Yeah.
Do we think that if the headline was Rob Kardashian and then later on in the article they're also Trevor Wallace, do you think people would assume that you were your boys with Rob Kardashian?
Yes, and that's the worst part of the article.
That's kind of chill. What's Trevor doing with a Kardashian?
Yeah, you're right.
It depends on what Kardashian.
Where is he? Does anyone
He has a
know?
child named Dream.
No,
Bad.
he doesn't.
He does. Black China.
Bad.
Nightmare.
Bad Rob Kardashian.
Yeah, with Black China, they have a child. And I believe it's named Dream. You have a child, and then he's rich. What does he got to do?
I saw Rob Kardashian in China. The story gets better. At the Tropicana pool in Las Vegas. R.I.P. It just got knocked down.
That's not a real sentence. That's a Mad Lib right there.
Yep, that's not real.
You said Black China Rob Kardashian at the Tropicana in Vegas?
Yeah. So they had a Laugh Factory there and was doing stand-up there that weekend, and they had tried to make the Tropicana pool. It's very 70s-esque. It's just it's filthy. There's piss and blood and cum in the pool. And that's but not on accident.
There's a kiddie pool.
They're have you seen a piss, blood, cum pool? They advertise that.
There's Band-Aids. I've been there. There's Band-Aids.
There's Band-Aids, there's fatties. There's
Carl's Jr. napkins for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Dude, a lot of fast food napkins and condiment packages.
Why was Black China and Rob Kardashian in the worst pool in the world?
Because, so that pool was normal to the public, but they'd opened a beach club.
Oh.
Tropicana was trying to be yo, Mandalay Bay, what's up? What's up, Win Pool for families and adults?
What's up, Excess?
What's up, Encore?
Yeah.
So they opened a beach club called the Tropicana Beach Club, and it was the opening weekend we were there, and I want you to guess who the 90s rapper was.
Vanilla Ice.
Keep going. Go.
Marky Mark.
Go black and go more famous.
Black and more Boys to Men.
A rapper.
Oh,
Flavor
sorry.
Flav.
No, I'm
That's
gonna
close, I think.
Go 2000s actually.
2000 Method Man.
Man, he's
Wu-Tang Clan.
I think he was shot
Rich
a
Homie
bunch.
Quan.
He's got an energy drink.
Oh, 50 Cent.
Boom. 50 Cent is opening the
Oh, that's
Tropicana
big.
Beach Club.
That's a big gig.
huge.
That's a big gig.
So of course you know Rob Kardashian and China are showing up, and they're there, and everyone's going nuts for them because of the Kardashian name. 50 Cent
Right.
is walking through. I had this great video of me because he walked through the crowd at one point.
Is it?
Dude,
Oh,
that
wow.
might have been it, baby.
Dude,
and there's the
you know what?
Tropicana. I forget
He's
that you
trumping
can
me on
pull
that
up.
flight immediately. I've never once had my own VIP at the Tropicana.
Bro, I'm probably in that photo somewhere. So I
Why
got
does Black
blackout.
China look AI'd? Is that real?
Well,
It's on Getty. I think it's.
is she asleep while she's standing up, by the way?
I don't know. Have
Why
you
is
ever
it-
seen her ass in person? It
Yes,
is
at the
huge.
pool.
Wow.
She was floating without
Upside down.
Oh my
life
God.
preservers. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thought she was dead, but she was like, no, that's the ass. That's how the ass works.
Can you imagine? Follow-up question. If you had the cash, and I'm sure you guys do, to get some
that
sort
again.
of, well, say it again?
No, I'm just fucking around.
To wait, to do what?
No.
What'd you say?
He said, he goes, you guys have the cash. I'm sure you do. And I was like, say that again.
Yeah. Can I borrow $50K? To inject your body with something, where are you going first? And not as a bit. Actually, you know what? As a bit, because I don't want
I
to make
would
this
give
too vain.
myself a little more ass, dude. I mean, back there, it's
You got
not,
no butt.
dude. I got Dippin' Dots for an ass. I mean, it's just like I would
How does
just
that happen?
I don't know.
Parents?
Bad genetics.
Anyone in the Wallace family have an ass?
Sister.
No.
Let's pull up a clip.
Do it.
No, sorry, man.
No, it's okay. She has fat tits. It's crazy.
No. My sister's got big boobs too. We can talk about it.
My sister got a great ass.
Fuck, Dirtay's probably just going to town on those.
Who?
Dirtay, my white rapper brother-in-law.
You got a white rapper
Oh,
brother-in-law?
yeah, they
Yeah.
have
What's his
to.
name?
Dirtay.
How do you spell it?
Dirtay.
Shut up. I just understood what it was. Dirtay. Like I'm dirty, like Dirtay?
I don't know.
No,
man.
dude,
I
the
haven't
thing
asked.
about it-
What does he
Think
put
about-
on his 401k? What's his government name?
Tim.
You're lying.
Tim is no.
Real name
Tim
Dirtay.
to Dirtay?
Real
All his
name-
song titles is one of my first bits too, because all his song titles are like, I'm lost. Is this my life? Should I stick it out? I'm like, dude, watch your back at. I'm like, dude,
Give
you gotta
him a
change
diary.
Yeah.
No, give him a gun. Sorry, too dark.
Yeah, give him a gun. He drives the bus now, though. He went from rapper
drives the
to
bus?
selling weed to construction to driving the bus.
That's nice.
Shout out Dirtay. Check out his music on YouTube.
That's
Question.
nice.
He's going
They-
to come make a surprise appearance at the Dr. Phil live show in Seattle at the Neptune on June 30th.
Yeah, plug the
Wait,
date.
It's a surprise, but
they let him around kids?
what's that?
They let him around
He
kids?
has kids, yeah.
No, not a school
Oh,
bus.
on the bus.
Yeah,
Not a
with the
school
bus.
bus. A public bus.
A public one.
Oh.
Although he is good with kids.
Can I see a photo of him?
There's
To me,
this guy should have a children's show. If I was an
Well,
yeah,
Let's see a photo of him.
well, he's just like he's
Let's
kind of
pull
like
the audience.
anti-Wiggles. What's that?
he said
okay.
anti-Wiggles.
Can I see a photo of him?
Boom.
Top
That's
left?
exactly what I thought.
There it is. I mean, you got all
Oh, yeah.
those.
We got a Facebook profile.
He's shaped up. Your name, like
He
if
looks
your
like an
name is,
albino pit bull. Does that check out with anybody?
does.
I'll fuck you up, dude.
I think he's
Yeah,
born
he
with a
definitely
sideways hat.
yeah. Dude, I remember when we were first getting to know each other, I'd see his Facebook post, and there was a post. Now he's a little less active on Facebook. I think just becoming more
Legal
of a family
reasons.
dude. Legal reasons. But he would post stuff like, yo, I want pussy I can smell from the kitchen, not from the garage. Hashtag like loving
4
it
likes.
or something. Hashtag whatever. 4 likes, but then like 92 comments from all his homies. His page was always active with engagement. And here I am being like, ha ha ha. You know, wait, is this about my sister? You know, like, what is this referring
Yeah.
to?
oh,
yeah.
he would say that with
On Facebook.
but when he was with your sister.
Yes.
This guy's great.
But I think he
this
was
guy's
like,
a legend. I love him.
I used
Dude,
to
hey,
say,
don't talk about my sister that way. Also, watch my new special live.
yeah.
He's getting clicks.
Towing the line between rapper and human has to be tough for every rapper, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're just out in your day to day, you're like, you have this tough exterior, you have this like built-in facade of like, you know, a character more or less, but
Yeah,
then you're
yeah,
also
yeah.
like a father.
You're a wrestler. You're a W. You know what I mean?
good
You're
point.
a fucking wrestler. So you
Yeah.
have to walk around consistently. That's got to
Yeah.
be annoying.
Like he taught my nephew the ABCs, but they got up to F and then it was just like the N-word. Like then he just taught him. That was a joke. I'm sorry. That was a poorly thought out joke. It sounded funny
Well,
in my
we
head.
saw a
No,
photo of
it's
him.
a-
I mean, it's...
yeah, he said it.
My nephew does
He says
know.
it a- go ahead.
Go ahead. My nephew does know most of his lyrics. He's 9. I mean, he is a spitting image. I talk about him a lot.
Can
in my
we see
special.
what his Spotify monthly listeners are?
Someone guess.
That's
Well, I don't
like
wanna,
how
all
I
right.
validate somebody's music career. Oh, monthly? Oh, wow. 10 mil? Let's go.
My
You know?
nephew's voicemail, who's 9, and Dirtay's son, who I also talk about in my special. Like and subscribe, available now on YouTube.
Boom, boom, boom.
YouTube.com/AdamRayComedy. He has a cell phone, and his cell phone answering machine is, Oh shit, they're coming after me. Oh shit, I gotta go, I can't talk. Oh fuck, oh shit, they're coming, I gotta go. Oh shit. To leave a voice message, press 1.
No.
Yep. Running from the cops at 9. What a gangster, dude.
But I like a good funny voicemail. I haven't had one of those in maybe 20 years.
I'm all about it, dude.
But that was the whole thing growing up. Like, hello, then you take a beat. They're like, hey, Trevor, what's up?
Fuck
you
those
actually
people.
got my voicemail.
Fuck those people forever.
Thank you. I
Fuck those
hated
people
those people.
forever.
Those
I was
people
never
can
that
get
guy.
on a boat and be lowered into the bottom of the ocean.
Slowly.
Yeah. Get on a bus that Dirtay's driving and drive right into a fucking volcano. I don't like it.
Here's the joke voicemail I like. Well, what I used to do was pretend to be like some really obscure celeb. Like, I'd be like, what's up? This is JC Shaz's Minsink. You reach out on my cell phone. He's not here right now, so leave a message. And then my mom would call and go, what if Steven Spielberg calls and you're doing some jokey bullshit voicemail? Who is even No one knows who JC Shaz's is. Mom, this voicemail wasn't for you. You're not the demo. Well, I don't think it's funny anyway. But she thought Spielberg was just going to cold call. But so I would do like
He might.
fake. You're right.
He might
You're
open
right.
up.
Does anybody have
Open it up.
voicemails anymore? Where's
No.
their name? I think it's just like
It's
the
just
person you've been reaching.
the
is-
automated, yeah.
I don't know one person I've called recently. It's like, hi, you reached Tim. Please leave a message after the tone.
Well, think about
we
the
know how
last time
these
you
work.
Yeah. What's the last time you've even left a voicemail?
Never.
Oh, the second I get to the person done out. Who are these people answering spam calls? That's what I want to know. When it says spam likely, and somebody's like, let's check.
Roll the dice.
What if it's a mechanic?
Hey, so you probably heard of microdosing. If not, just know that all sorts of people are microdosing to feel healthier and perform better.
Microdose gummies deliver perfect entry-level doses of THC that help you feel just the right amount of good.
Buddy, I've been using these, and let me tell you, secret, dude, it literally helps with my energy, and it helps me fall asleep. Like, I'm getting,
End of the day.
yes, dude, I'm getting better sleep.
Off.
My focus is better, honestly, dude.
I don't feel groggy the next day.
Thank God.
Like some of these other dumb things people do to
Yeah.
their body before bed.
Idiot things.
Yeah.
And they taste good.
They taste phenomenal, dude. It's kind of like the perfect, like, I'm home from work, it's a Sunday, or really whatever, whatever you're feeling. And you can take them in the day if you really want. It's not like you're like freaking
you're not
zooted. You
gone.
feel nice.
Yeah, you feel nice. So highly recommend. So get 30% off your first order plus free shipping today at microdose.com.
Bro,
Promo
that's
code
the
SOCKS.
website? Microdose.com?
Yeah,
That's
baby.
crazy. And if you use the promo code SOCKS, what does it do again?
Buddy, get you 30% off your first order plus
And-
free shipping.
Whoa.
And available nationwide. That is microdose.com. Promo code SOCKS for 30% off and free shipping. Microdose.com. Promo code SOCKS.
Yeah.
You know what kills me is when someone calls me and then texts me, hey, I just called you. Bitch, I got it. I know. We all know how phones work.
Yeah.
It went through. I
Yeah.
see it. I didn't pick up because I hate you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Do you screen calls a lot?
Yeah.
What
I don't.
does that mean?
Like don't you look at you?
silence them.
No.
Oh, yeah, of course. I feel like my phone is more of a pager than it is just a phone. I just wait for it to
Totally.
come in, and then I just
More of a
hash
we're
it
more
out.
texters than
Hash it
callers,
out.
I'm assuming, or what?
Yeah, but I also don't like texting.
Fuck.
I don't know.
So how do we?
I don't know.
How are you meeting gals out there?
A smoke signal, I don't know, a voice
Carrier
memo.
pigeon.
I had a girl leave me a voice memo.
I'm
It was
out.
the hottest thing ever.
No, I'm out.
No, it was
I'm
hot
out.
because it was
how am I going to re-listen to it?
I was hard.
What?
Voice memo.
Wow, you just went back, so that was just audio porn for you? You just went back and listened to it?
Oh,
you
the
can
guy on the
save it.
flight.
You can
Can
save
you? Yeah, but then if you save somebody's audio message, like what type of
But if,
fucking
Yeah,
but,
that's
if, but if it's
dangerous.
hot,
Real quick,
give it to me.
do we think?
Bro,
Is
if
that
you're
Adam?
if you're trying to say
No.
that's me, bro, I'm real
That is
offended.
Dirtay's hype man right
Yeah,
there.
dude, that's his.
Oh, we did see the
Tylenol
iPhone
PM
18,
dealer.
iPhone new 18. Do you see this? Any of the updates? One of the updates on the new iPhone, you can lock apps and you need face requirement, like face to open it.
Cool.
So people are doing that for text messages. Thus, if your man or woman has them protected by their face,
Yikes. That's a
odds
red
are their
Something's
penises ended up in different holes that aren't
That's a
yours.
red flag.
Something is
Oof.
happening.
Not great.
Don't
Yeah,
like it.
What a way more difficult time to cheat, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Think about the show Cheaters.
Yeah.
All the things they had to do. They go
Loved
to
that show.
best show
We
ever.
watch it all the time in the
I'll
studio.
go down YouTube rabbit holes of that, of the guys coming, the
Joey Greco.
Yeah, I think that's who it is, right?
Yeah.
And then there's also one, if you stay in the rabbit hole long enough, it takes you down one. It's not as fun. It's a little more depressing, where they'll go up to a guy outside of his house and then he'll bring his wife out. He's like 65 and they're like, you trying to meet up with some 10-year-old girl? And he's like, I know. And they're like, oh yeah, well, what's this?
Against the Predator?
It's not. It's like an internet version of it.
Oh,
there are these
no.
guys
There's a
going
lot more
around that are
internet
just like
ones,
private
yeah.
investigators that are just like citizens arrest people, and they're like, "Hey man, we have all these reports of you trying to fuck this 10-year-old." And he's like, "I just wanted to buy a chicken McNuggets." And he's like, "Yeah, well, you said you want to buy them with your cock." And he's like, "I was being funny. I like stand-up comedy." And then
Listen, it's a currency somewhere.
it's a currency. Wendy
Yeah.
just dropped a Wendy's 50 nugget bucket. You
I mean,
can't
think
say
about
that, sir.
it. Cock, chicken,
Cock,
chicken nugget,
chicken
That's
cock.
right,
Yes,
come on.
I said I want to fuck your tight pussy
McChicken
with a
wasn't
chicken cock.
chicken. A chicken's a rooster. Rooster's a cock. Come on now.
And then he's like, "Hey man, we can do this the hard way or the easy way." He's like, "Definitely the hard way because I'm a pervert." No,
Yeah.
And he goes, "Let's do it the easy way." And he brings out his wife, and she's just so sweet and old and unassuming, and she's literally walking out with oven mitts on, like, "I just made fresh blueberry muffins
For kids.
Yeah, and he's like, "Those would be perfect for your husband's person he's preying on." And then he has to tell her, and it's so sad, but you can't stop watching because she's like, 59 years of marriage, and he's like, "I hated you the whole time."
Let me ask you this: do we
Yeah.
think it's real? Because all these shows,
yeah.
You think?
for real?
Bro, it's the same way that Michael Jackson doc when people are like, "Those guys were faking it." You can just tell, man. You can tell, look into a human being eyes. I know that there's actors, but like, I don't know, man. Sometimes you can tell. You can just tell.
But the show Cheaters is the most not real show.
I
of
don't
all
think
time.
that's real. No.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of.
So you think
Yeah,
that-
that's fake.
But then
Tony
you're exposing-
Casillas auditioned. Have you heard his cheater story?
No.
Had him on my podcast about last night, and Tony came on it and told an amazing story about his first agent who was like Bonnie Hollywood. She was just the most bullshit.
Cheaters?
Just like, "Tony, I got you an
You
audition."
want to be a star, huh?
She got him to be a guy on Cheaters, and he said
was
no.
on that?
On it?
No, she got him. He passed, and she was like, "You don't know what you're doing, kid. You're fucking up." And he was like, "I don't want this to be something
Yeah.
Smartly, he declined, but he's got a whole. They had him pay. He describes the whole situation. He was like going to be the plant, or I think he was going to break up a military guy who was cheating, and he's like,
wow.
"I don't want any part of that." He's like, "Do I look like a guy that should be breaking up telling a military guy that?"
Yeah.
We were watching it recently, and it was the pizza boy that kept fucking somebody's wife, and he would just show up, and she would get pizza day after day after day, and they have the video camera, and he'd be watching, and be like, "But there's no pizza when I get home. Where does the box go?" It's cause he's fucking your wife.
Also, it wasn't a boy; it was a full-grown man.
Man.
Why are you working at a
Man.
pizza place? You're 59.
You're 59 working
59
at
working at a
Domino's.
pizza place, literally.
I love that show.
Can you imagine actually, like, here's the thing about, like, have we all been cheated on? No. That we know of.
That we know of. I have hunches.
Were you ever
but
in
I
long
never-
distance relationships?
Yes.
Then you were cheated on. Was that? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how I put it
100%. No,
together.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I was in 2 and no, I was cheated on.
the same
and-
time?
And I did. Yeah.
You were in 2 relationships at the same time?
No,
Black China and Rob
By the way,
Kardashian?
that's yeah. No, at 2 different long distance relationships, but
Yeah.
the last one, she we met in LA, and then she went to New York to be in the NBC Page program, and then
who?
NBC Page program.
Cheating.
So basically,
Yeah.
she was like bouncing around at NBC, working seating for Conan, working as a PA for SNL. They just give you a bunch of different jobs until you land on one, and you start your career.
She fucked Michael Che.
She probably fucked everybody. She was, at one point she goes, it's like, I'm waiting up to talk to her, and she's like, "I'm at an SNL party. John Stamos wants to talk to me. I gotta go." Click. And I'm with my buddy, and he goes, "He's probably inside of her, dude. Let's go to the Laugh Factory." And so
Yeah.
we would go to and that's when I started like doing stand-up more. And then she moved to Reno. She got a news reporter job. And she went to Reno, and she was so depressed. And I'm like, "Yeah, you went to LA, from LA to New York to Reno." I kept trying to get her to move. She's from San Fran, like back to San Fran. Maybe I'd go up there for a bit, or come to LA, pull out, and which is what the guy didn't do. And so then she met. I remember going to Reno and meeting like all the news crew, and she was like, 24. I'm 24, 25.
Can I ask you a quick question? I'm so sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you. How long were you, and you guys were together the whole time?
We were together the end of college, like I'd say December on, so the end of 2005 through now 2006.
So when she was in LA, New York, and then Reno, you guys were together the whole time?
Yeah, I would fly. So I worked at Universal Studios where as a tour guide and Wolverine and hosting the Fear Factor live show. And I would take all my checks and just fly every other weekend to New York.
Holy shit.
And I'd be there,
You were being Wolverine just so you'd fly to New York.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Like, man,
true
you must really
fucking
want to be an
superhero.
actor. No, I want to be loved.
Bro, and she lived in she lived in in Park Slope in this like upstairs, and you had to walk through her room to get to the middle room where another girl lived, and then another room in the very back. So Her
Mates.
roommates were constantly walking in on us. They saw every part of me to the point where I was like, I'm not even going to wear clothes. You guys have seen it all. You've seen all my moves.
Yeah.
And
they
You
walk
can
in
also see
like
me on
that
Tuesday
other
at
guy looks
Universal.
better than you.
Yeah.
You're like, what other guy?
What guy?
Yeah. Michael
Rob
J?
Kardashian. Yeah, Michael J. And so then she's at, I meet the camera guy that she ends up banging, and his name was Jeff. I'll say it because I made a song about it and animated it and put it on YouTube.
Good.
And he ended up seeing it and commenting on it, being like, "This is hilarious." I was like, "The world is
Dirtay's
wild."
like, let me get a feature on this.
Let me. Yeah. And so I remember shaking his hand. You ever just like, he was 30 and he was the only guy relatively in her age range. Everybody else was married in their 50s. And I remember just shaking his hand being like, you're going to fuck her. I just knew.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she's
I
like,
It's a passing of the batons.
Yeah.
It's not a good one,
totally.
but it's like,
she was in
were you
Reno and I
shaking
get
hard?
it. Yeah, she was, what's that?
Were you shaking hard?
It was,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
I knew,
I don't like those guys. Give
Dude,
me a
took
nice,
advantage.
Give me,
Well, she was sad. He took advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
I'm
mean,
saying
also,
handshake strength.
Oh,
Where we
big,
at?
Big strength, guys?
handshake strength.
Where
Yeah.
we at? So 10 like Navy SEAL, get off the fuck off my hand. And where are you at when
too
you
hard
shake?
is overcompensating.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
can
Trumpy.
Can I
It's-
feel yours? Give me the real one. Yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Give me yours. Give me a real one.
To be honest, I was thinking about it too,
Yeah,
though.
that's good. Were you thinking about it?
Wait, what was your first
No,
one?
I don't know.
Show me your first
Dude,
one.
I have nimble hands.
I think we missed it.
Great.
What's wrong with that?
You know what? I think you and I think we missed it.
Dude,
yeah.
By the way, this is porn for Mormons.
Oh my God, this is
Just a
so
lot of
101.
straight guys shaking hands.
The worst is I had
I
this
just
guy.
got what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
sorry.
I had a guy to shake my hand really hard, but I didn't get the he pre came on it.
Oh,
and so
fuck.
he got just fingers, dude.
You might as well delete my number if you shake my hand
Oh,
just
my-
fingers.
Right, but he caught me. He closed too early.
Yikes, dude.
He got a little premarital on it, and
Yeah.
now he's just shaking 4 limp fingers.
God,
How do you
this
feel
is
when
nothing worse.
a lady goes like this to you? She puts her hands out
kiss
like
your
this.
hand?
Fucking Bridgerton.
Do you?
Unless she's a dame.
Nope.
No. You're saying
Sick
she
of it.
wants you to kiss the hand,
Yes.
right?
No, I went. This
Yeah,
happened
it's weird.
at a comedy store.
It's
It
hot,
makes
yeah.
me. Sir, okay. No. You're entitled to your opinion. Wrong. I met some lady at the Laugh Factory show. Comedy store after a show. She literally goes. I go, hey, whatever, Stephanie, and she goes like this to me.
To kiss it?
To kiss.
Was she hot?
Is that like a next
gives a
gen
shit?
thing? Was she? How young is she?
25. I don't know.
Weird.
But
Is that
do-
like a
so go like this to me, and I'll show you exactly what I did. So go like this, and I go, or other hand, please, and I go like this. Cool. Nice to meet you. I'm not kissing your
you
hand.
outfit her. That's like when
Wow.
somebody does this and they put the hand right here.
Yeah.
And you put it on the back right there.
I don't. Well, you're not a princess.
Power move. No, you're not.
Also, don't
You're
touch
not a
me.
princess. Huh?
Don't touch me.
What do you mean?
You shake your hand and do that in the back.
Oh,
this
that-
one's kind of
that-
funny.
yeah.
This one's. I'm gonna do that as a guy though. Be like,
I'm,
hey man, nice to
that's
meet
funny
you.
as a guy.
Yeah.
But this is so I'm above you, kiss me.
Hey,
no.
Lauren Michaels, nice to meet you. Kiss
Yeah,
it.
you graduated from Tisch. Congratulations.
Yeah. You're not special.
We never finished talking about the porn guy on the
Porn
flight.
guy.
Porn on the
And
phone.
what celebrity you think would trump you on a flight? I want to hear
Great.
both.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there, and I wake up, and once I see just dark visuals, I think that's probably what he was hoping would let him off the hook, was that
Yeah.
you couldn't really see it. But it was so loud. And I look at first, just once I wake up and I'm like, that's definitely porn.
How
I
long
could
is
just
this
hear
flight?
it.
Is this like a 1 hour?
Chicago,
5
like 4 hours.
Okay.
San Jose. It's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I gotta get one off.
He watched 6, 2 girl, 1 cup. And
It's good.
how long is that, by the way? It's
I
probably,
never
as I
finished
said
it.
that,
4
I
minutes
was like,
11 seconds. What if I
finished
just
it,
knew exactly
but I
what it
always
was?
finish.
I wouldn't be surprised. You seem like a guy that appreciates the
Fine
length
art.
of a certain film. Was that?
62 minutes?
No way.
sir.
2 girls, 1 cup.
We're not talking about
Are you
the same
kidding me?
video.
Bro, monetize that and put that on fucking Showtime. That is a good special.
insane.
62 minutes?
62
Yeah, the
minutes?
What if it actually is 4 minutes and the other half is like Airbud 5, like deleted scenes? And it's like,
well, what if she's just constipated for the first like 50 minutes? She's like, I can't do it on camera. And they're like, come on, you got it.
it's them coaching
Come
her
on,
up?
yeah.
I'd actually love to see the audition. I'm going to stop myself right there.
No, we'll pull it up. We have it.
Yeah.
The audition outtakes for that.
Oh, yeah.
Like
got
the people they
arrested?
didn't. Can you
It's not, real,
imagine?
it's not real poop though. Very few.
Is it not?
No, it's
Dude, if
You're fucking lying.
No, it's
you
not real.
watch
It's not
yourself,
real.
dude.
You just ruined my, you just
Santa's
ruined
real
my
and that poop
childhood?
is shit.
I wish Santa was real.
This is not real?
No, it's not. It's not real poop. We talked about it
It's
on the
not.
show.
Yeah, it's
not real.
chocolate.
What?
Is it
Yeah.
confirmed?
So there's the guy
you
that
talking about jerking off to chocolate?
the guy that produced it eventually got arrested for making the videos, I guess.
yeah.
But he
Welcome back
just
to
was-
no shit.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. It was all just like poop videos, but he would just do it with chocolate. I guess so he could. He did.
Wow.
So we
I
can
don't
build
know.
a fan base. By the way,
What a
again,
weird letdown. I'm
the girl-
oddly like mad about that.
That's
Think
so
about it, dude. Poop is finicky. It's like trying to film with animals. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
All right, you got my vote.
I see the
Now,
angle.
now what is
Like a boss time for president in 2024.
what is it like?
Real shit. Goddamn. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. This year's gone by so goddamn quick. How was that already in this summer?
I don't
Listen,
know.
a lot of you guys started your year with New Year's resolutions, and I think that number one resolution should be whatever makes you the happiest. And you know what makes me happiest?
What?
Is talking to somebody about my problems that's unbiased, which is what therapy is.
Therapy is incredible, dude. It gives you the skill set, the emotional skill set you need to just move forward and understand the positives and negatives of life. It also helps you with relationships, your freaking family, your best friends. It's just highly, highly beneficial to be the most efficient and
gotta
happy
talk it
adult.
out, get it off
that
your
you can
chest.
be. Yes, dude. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try, dude. And let me tell you a secret. It's entirely online, okay? It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. So you don't gotta go wait in traffic, sit on like maybe an uncomfortable therapist love seat. Why is it the love seat? Does your therapist love you? Why? Just wake up, put on a pair of pants. If not, who cares? And just have therapy online. It is so convenient. It's awesome. And let me tell you something. If you don't like the therapist that BetterHelp gave you, you can switch it up anytime. All you have to do is just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. And again, as I said, switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. So take a moment. Visit betterhelp.com/socks today and get 10% off your first month. That is betterhelp.com/socks.
I mean, this guy thinks a milkshake is a drink, so he needs betterhelp.com.
And this guy...
Goddamn. So
Yeah.
he's watching porn on the flight.
He's watching porn on the flight, no headphones. I start to look around.
Are you behind him?
I'm behind. I'm about two rows back.
That's good.
Okay.
Because if
And
you're
so
in front of him, you got to do one of these.
Totally. So I got up and then walked kind of down the road just
And
to
you're erect
confirm.
or no?
I go to the bathroom. Full pants had come off at that point. Was asking for a Sprite, and then I looked down and he was like leaned back and he was kind of like doing, and he was kind of like almost like he was listening to music. He was like bobbing like this and holding up, not even trying to be inconspicuous, just right here. And so I walk by and I kind of look back and I'm kind of hanging for a minute and kind of like loitering because it wasn't that clear. And then all of a sudden it was just one fat black asshole, which is the name of my next special. But the new one right now is Like and Subscribe, streaming now on YouTube. And
Was this all just to plug your special?
If this was, I would thoroughly enjoy it.
I don't think there was a
Amazing.
man watching porn at all.
I had this show locked in for the Tonight Show, but I didn't get the call. Yeah, there's going to be my couch interview story.
Yeah.
So then,
three girls, one guy.
Yeah. So then I'm looking around. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then once I see it, and I'm like, all right. So I go bathroom, finish off, and then go back to my seat. And at that point, people are now starting to kind of like I just see people like looking around, and then I see people like talking to each other. And then somebody flags down the flight attendant, and she goes over. And what do you think the protocol here is? Probably like grabbing the phone, like taking his face and going, "What do you do?" Like, but she just goes, "Excuse me, sir. Can you turn that down? Turn it down."
That's nuts.
Turn it down, not turn it off.
Can you just turn the subtitles on?
Turn it down. And he goes, oh yeah, sorry. And then in my eyes, he seemed like the type of guy that was gonna be like, I mean, you sure this is the best part? I mean, this is where they both go in. This is where the other guy shows up.
Yeah. You should get me some headphones and some for you too.
Yeah. And so he just turned it down and continued to view. But I couldn't hear it at that point.
Was he do you think that the person that told the stewardess that it was porn, or do you think she interpreted it as like, oh, it's just a person watching Netflix loud?
Decent question, because maybe it was just the volume. Maybe the stewardess didn't even want to assume or couldn't hear that it was like, yeah, it's fuck my face, you know.
Yeah.
She couldn't hear.
Where
Or
was
maybe
his
she
other-
heard, yeah, it's fuck my face, and she's like, oh, I bet that's Devil Wears Prada too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So there was someone sitting next to the gentleman, or was it a single?
Wow. Yeah, 2 seats.
Where was his other hand? Was he like trying to get something down there going?
I wasn't searching for it. It seemed like it was just like this situation.
Yeah.
I think a gentleman that's watching porn on a plane that in everyone's face, I don't think it's sexual.
No.
Yeah, he looked like he was studying it for like.
Yeah, it's like he watches that and then the episode of Ripley. Like it's like all the same to him.
Yeah.
Probably.
So that was wild. Celebs that would troll me. I mean, where do you start? So many.
So many.
But I guess I'd say the one that how about one I'd love to be on the plane with?
When he goes down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, because I'd love to be featured in the headline with.
Of course.
Like I always love the like a Marry Fuck Kill, hat trick of who's who and why are they there together.
Yeah.
So let's say it's like, but then some of the people I want to say they'd probably be flying private. So, but I'd say if it was like me,
what's some cool ones?
Man, Tony Robbins, I think would be cool to be on a plane with.
Cool. Yep.
Just because I'd love to see him like just devour the in-flight meal in one bite.
Yeah.
He does got a
massive
head,
huge mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a combo.
I would want Denzel Washington on it because I feel like he could fix the plane not going down.
Yeah. What a bummer for some of those people that are on a flight with an actor who's been in a movie. Like Tom Hanks. If they're on a flight with him and it's going down, they're like, save us, Sully. He's like, hey, dumb fuck. That was a film.
A lot of CGI.
Well, then do something, Gump.
Yeah.
Anybody was in, somebody's
You fuck Jenny with HIV. You can't save a plane.
Anybody on Top Gun? Like, somebody help. You fly planes. Like, I was riffing up there.
Yeah, I was riffing.
I was riffing up there. I don't know.
Hey, man, that was a green screen city. That Tom Cruise will never not make action movies. I think we're going to see an 80-year-old Tom Cruise still jumping out of planes. I firmly believe that.
I saw him break his ankle in like Mission Impossible 18 or whatever the fuck their number they're at. He broke his ankle during the stunt and then kept going like through the camera line because he knew that take was it. With a broken ankle, still got up from the thing and ran through it.
Wow.
Still does his own stunts, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Bro, I sprained my ankle getting out of an Uber pool, and this guy's fighting underwater.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Well, dude, I stubbed my toe and my day's over.
Yeah,
Done.
I know. It's a
What
wrap.
is he doing that for still? Just to be like,
I think he's an adrenaline junkie.
Be like,
Yeah.
I think when he jumped on the couch on the Oprah show, which is like I guess the clip, that and the alien Scientology stuff, and then maybe he's gay. But there's a lot of other stuff that people go, he's a fucking weirdo. Jumping on the couch, like whether that was like, strategic to kind of be like, look, the marriage is real. I'm in love with Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
I think he truly is just like, can't sit still. And he was like, what would be a crazy thing to do right now? I'll fucking jump on a couch. And then he
I don't know if I've ever seen that. What is it?
Oh, dude.
It's Tom Cruise on Oprah because everyone said Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise. You don't follow like kind of celeb gossip like that, do you?
Not really.
I appreciate that.
I follow like the dumb ones. It'll be like, what's Addison Rae up to lately? And I'm
Hilarious.
like,
Where is she?
I don't know. She's rich now. You leave.
Yeah,
you make your money, you fuck off, and you marry Rob Kardashian.
1,000.
It's not the one
What'd
you
you
married.
do?
Cruz was partnered up with Katie Holmes in a quote unquote staged arranged marriage.
Yes.
Because they were like, he just had shit. I don't know if there was negative press, but it was to, I don't know, and boost her. And it was like she was Dawson's Creek and not really doing much else.
Yeah,
and it
what
was
a great collab.
What
Fake
a great
marriage.
collab, dude.
I should start doing that.
That was the original Instagram collab, was just fake marriages.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so many of those.
Still happen.
Yeah.
Fake girlfriends. It's all.
Oh, yeah. So then Oprah's like, you're really in love, huh? He's like, I fucking, yeah. And then he just jumps on the couch.
Like a true insane person.
Yeah,
I'm actually
here it
happy.
is. Can we get audio on this or no?
There we go. 35 seconds. This is
Yes.
great.
There we go.
Look at this shit, dude.
It's worth seeing, dude.
They got an ad on this.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, dude, I think when you see some of these 80-year-old guys just crushing it, you're like, yeah, Cruz. You don't think Cruz has all the money and facilities to?
There he is.
There it is. All right, I guess was that it? Cool.
Is that crazy? Because in my collective memory, it's like he was jumping.
He was
on
doing
that
it for
couch
like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you go back, please?
And it was
He
like
jumping around a lot.
Oh, here it is.
boom.
Pretty
That
cool.
was it, dude. In my brain,
That's something like my
was a
cousin who's
trampoline.
like 9 would be like, you want to see that trick? And then we do that. All right, now what?
Kids are so good at that. My nieces, when they were like, they're 14 now, and by the way, in high school, it's so fucking wild. I go, you guys doing any like acting? You doing like drama? Is there drama in your school? And they're like, yeah, there's a girl who's like apparently giving hand jobs in the bathroom. I was like, I meant like Shakespeare, high comedy. Are you doing plays?
Yeah.
They're telling me about all the fucking, it's wild, dude.
Yeah,
I want
that
to pull
is
them
the
out
drama
and homeschool
class.
them. That is a drama class.
But do you remember? I remember my friend Alex was the first guy to get head out of our friend group, and
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was viral. It was like viral before viral. It was mouth viral. You know, literally mouth viral. Went around the school, but everybody was talking about it. And then when we saw the girl, we're like, whoa, she did
You're
it to
starstruck.
him.
she's famous.
Yeah, I mean, we was TMZ. We saw the two. They were like talking in a corner, like by a table, and I'm like, they're probably talking about blowjobs again.
Oh,
that same
my
mouth.
God.
The first eating a muffin.
The first couple that fucked, the first couple that had sex in our school.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Every single time I
Never
saw them
forget.
together, to echo your point,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, they just finished fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. They can go in the bathroom and fuck.
All
Like,
they're doing.
I was
It's
just
so
like,
cool.
that's
Make
all they're
them
doing.
teach
They
sex
did it
ed
once.
now.
Yeah. Who were do you remember the people for you that were the first ones?
Yes.
I've told this story
Yes.
before, but I remember this guy
Vividly.
did anal
I've
with this
jerked off to
girl. This guy did anal with a girl, and she took the next day off because she was like.
Yeah, that's a lot. High school anal
And
is.
he was older. He wore denim and with no boxers.
Jesus.
He was a really cool guy.
This guy's in prison right now.
He had like a beard level like you have right now, but like as a ninth grader, like bearded up.
It's always those guys. It's the guys that seem more
is
adult.
those
Our
guys,
guy was
yeah.
a guy named Jesse Mose, who sadly R.I.P. dude.
Oh.
Yeah, some
Too much ass.
There's some fallen soldiers from high school. Too much ass. But he wore a wife beater in the 7th grade. And he walked around. He had a real goofy. He was a real skinny, slender, but he walked around
cartoon kind of walk.
Cartoon walk. And I remember being so just unaware of what cool was in 7th grade. And I'm like, if this guy's fucking, I'm like, is that what girls are into?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I started walking to class.
That's your
with a
whole
little extra
personality
in my step,
in high
yeah.
school. Is
And
trying to replicate why people have sex. Like, how do they do it?
I gotta follow the
That's why
formula.
I had gauges in high school. There was one guy, I was a sophomore, he was a senior. He played on the football team, he had gauges. His name was Ed, and he had gauges. And girls were like, oh my God, Ed's in our class? He was a senior in class with sophomore. He's a fucking idiot.
Wow.
But he had gauges, and I was like, I need to put hole in ear now.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I still have holes in them.
Wow,
And you know
dude.
what? I put them in, and guess who cared about them? Not women. It was only guys being like, do yours smell? Doesn't it hurt to resize and get bigger ones? Not one chick was like, I wish you could fuck my holes like that. It didn't work at all. Stupid, dumb.
Trevor Trends.
I had a Honda Civic with 2 12s in the back and gauges. I was looking for pussy.
Let's go. What were you blasting in that Honda Civic?
Waka flocka, no hands. Gotta way to move it.
It's fucking unbelievable. Dude, everyone that was getting the most vagina in my high school all played varsity basketball. And every single game day, they would wear the jackets. So, dude,
With the
I was
sleeve?
like, yes, sir.
You'd wear a sleeve to school?
Oh, yeah. So in my head, I was like, if I don't fucking get one of those jackets,
Yeah.
I'll shoot up everyone. Like someone get me on this fucking team.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I was a junior, I fucking made it. And when I wore that jacket,
felt like
I
$1
was like,
million, dude.
oh, my life's over. My life's over. I did it.
peaked.
Yeah.
You definitely peaked.
It's over.
Did you guys play football in high school?
Yeah.
I played freshman year. And
And how was it
way
having
too
a
small.
girl wear your jersey? Did you have a girl like wear your jersey at school? Because that was
the jacket.
Yeah, the jacket.
Yeah.
holy shit. If
Yeah,
a
yeah.
girl wore your jersey, I mean, the whole school was like, damn, they probably for sure do hand jobs after this.
The quarterback
Oh,
got
yeah.
the principal to wear his jersey with no shirt, and so her tits were just. I'm joking, but
principal with hits.
we did have.
Send me to
but we
the
did have a
office.
teacher that was banging some of the.
That was always a thing.
We had a-
We
yeah.
didn't know.
Isn't that wild?
we had a sub
Well,
that was doing it.
Of course, it's always the sub. The sub was like,
Sub's
I
got
ain't gonna
nothing
be
to
here
lose.
long, man.
I'm a substitute.
Yeah, I'm getting paid $35. Someone come in my mouth.
Someone give me a pussy. Yeah.
And
It's like,
so, which was a weird way to start a math class. But so, Mary Kay Letourneau was the first one in Seattle. Do you remember her? The first one that was basically put, not Seattle on the map, but put teachers and.
She was the first
it
teacher
was
to
her
bang
and
students.
Nirvana. Those are the two things that put
Totally.
Seattle now.
It was about that time. It was something
Ken
Villanuevo. The kid was 12 and she was like, 41. You mind pulling this up, Gabe? They've
think we
made
can
Lifetime
Google
movies on here. So it's a wild story. Because it got national news attention.
That's big back then, yeah.
It was huge. And I remember like
What did she
being,
teach?
Head.
Pedophilia?
it might have been, dude, spelling. It was, it was 6th grade. And this kid was a cool ass 6th grader. I mean, I think he had a little stubble and like definitely like, is it I before C except after let me eat your pussy? Like, I don't know what he said, but like they hooked up and then she went to jail. By the way, married happily with 3 kids.
Not happily.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. So that husband, imagine getting that call.
Oh my God.
Your wife's cheating
you
on
cheated
you.
on me with a kid playing hopscotch?
Yeah, dude. So you know the kid that hacky sacks in your backyard? Well, he's also fucking your wife. And so then she goes to jail. And then he comes to visit her in prison and they bang while she's in jail.
The
And she gets
12-year-old?
Guy's a
pregnant.
legend, dude.
And she gets pregnant. And they have the kid. And
No,
I think
they don't.
And I think they're now divorced. Yeah. But
What's the deal?
what's the deal with
I mean, dude, imagine having a son who's 12 years younger than you. Dude, you're the homies. You're boys.
I mean, that's the thing too, is
Pick
where
me
I
up from the
go.
bars, I'm hammered. He goes, I'm fucking hammered too.
Yeah. I mean, what a cool kid. You have to be a cool ass kid to get a teacher to throw it all away for you. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
you're just a straight up psychopath.
you're a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm
no
putting
way.
it all on him. Hey, sorry. Hey, man.
Yeah, you think he was
sorry for
playing
being
with, like,
such a cool fucking
He was
teenager.
playing with the tech deck, and she's like, those fingers. I wonder what else they could do.
Something, yeah.
Something. I mean,
Something was not happening
He
at
must
home.
have been hot. I mean, let's give him some credit. He was definitely hot.
I think so.
There's no way he was
I don't
like
think
average.
any teacher is fucking a nerdy kid, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Maybe.
always
No. This guy was playing football at fucking recess. He throws a
least
goddamn
flag
dart.
football, yeah.
And then the
he
woman
threw
was
a
like,
dart
oh my
and
God.
looked at her.
We need
man.
AI teachers. Why are we having adults teaching kids?
Can you
It's
imagine
weird
at
from the
recess
get-go.
he threw a Nerf like one of those whistling ones, and he threw it, and maybe or somebody threw it to him and they caught it with one hand and just looked at him and went.
Yeah.
Like, and that's when I knew.
That's what-
I knew
yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
He knew the
I saw him eat
capital
a
of
fruit roll
Montana.
up with his hands behind his back, and I knew he could eat something else.
Oh,
I mean, that's a crazy
Wow.
thing to say.
Yeah.
But AI teachers, I'm all for it.
AI teachers.
AI teachers.
How are you supposed to pay attention? The only reason I got through high school is there was a
Give the
few
AI
teachers
teachers tits.
with boobs. Okay, now I'm in.
yeah, it's an Alexa with some tits.
Yeah, my French teacher was literally hot. The only reason I went to class. God damn.
Bitch, my cock's out. Knock, knock, knock. My dick is at the front door. Attention. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. Bless you. But in a chewable tablet at a fraction of the cost. Well, you know what?
What?
You're listening to this, you go, man, I'm 24. My dick still get up.
Round 2, okay? Everyone talks about the round 1. Okay, all right. Well, how about that
What are you,
round 2?
one and done?
That's
or you
what
a
I'm
two
saying.
and you make a son?
Dude, chew.
Pull
And
out. Please pull out.
you don't have to go to freaking CVS, Rite Aid, anything like, oh, my man, my dick's getting soft. No, it comes to your door in the street, packaging, and you don't got to
Yeah.
time it out.
None of this bullshit. We got to go to CVS and wait in line.
No.
They just send it to you, discreet package.
And you
Super
don't
easy.
have to be like, oh, well, the thing
You
is,
don't have to know when you're fucking.
that's what I'm trying to
Bro,
say.
you might diddle around on some puss that night.
Yeah, you could take it at 8 a.m. and be like, well, I'm diddling on as a puss at 9 p.m. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cock's still getting
You better hope you're not wearing
rocked.
basketball shorts at work, but hey!
And one shorts, watch out. So Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex as ever. Your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. And we got a special deal for listeners. Try
sure
Blue Chew
do.
free. How much? $0 free. When you use our promo code SOCKS at checkout, just pay $5 for shipping. That is bluechew.com, promo code SOCKS to receive your first month free. Free, F-R-E. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. God damn.
Oh my God.
Oh, God,
Who,
she's
who
so
was your
hot.
hottest teacher growing up? Mine was Miss Saffron. She taught
Saffron. That
Yeah,
sounds
good for
fucking
you.
history
hot.
and a swim teacher.
Wow.
Mrs. Kennedy.
Miss Kennedy.
Bad. She had this curly hair dude that
Miss
smelled
Frizzle.
that smelled like fucking like a rose bush.
You got
she
that
would-
close to her?
Yeah, dude, because she was a counselor. Oh no, I'm a psycho. I need to sit down with you, dude. I would get in trouble on purpose just so I could. I mean, I would go to the principal office, but then I would have to go talk
send
to
you to
her.
her, yeah.
Oh darn it! And then she started fucking. She married my coach, my basketball coach, Furious. He was a hot guy, so whatever. Mad. I was literally upset. Like I'm
course
not
you
gonna
were.
fuck, dude. She
That's
was
life.
so hot.
People you love get married that don't even know you exist. You're like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah,
When
you
I was
don't know
in-
me?
When I was in third grade, I invited Miss Robish, my third grade teacher, to my Little League game. Let's
go.
And she brought her boyfriend. And I remember being like, I don't remember telling you there was a +1. And she fucking shows up with this dude. And I was legit at 10 years old, like, what the fuck?
How'd you play that game?
Horrible. So
Yeah,
nervous.
It's just so in your head though.
Struck out,
Yeah.
off on the field and
You
off
look
the
over,
field.
he's just like, boo!
Tiny dick loser.
You know who's getting a home run? Me and your girl!
Oh my God, yeah, dude. She was the shit. And then in high school, it was Mrs. Holbert. She was a Spanish teacher, and she was just. I mean, like you said, like I mean,
Spanish
she was,
teachers.
and she also. I mean, she was a dope teacher, and I kept in touch with her for a while
you
after in college.
Yeah, you did.
Well, she was just cool, but she was married to this cool Japanese guy that was a rumor for a while, and then he showed up to class one day, and we were like, "Get the fuck out of here!" We're like, "Is that Mr.?"
Dude, when two teachers started, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say anyone that came inside the school that was like a husband or a wife.
Should they show up? Yeah.
Or
It
like
broke
a
the
mom.
fourth wall.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going
That's
on
what it
here?
is.
Didn't like it.
Yeah,
And also, if
hated
your
it.
teacher was like a loser, you'd be like, you're dating this bitch?
Yeah. She was cool too because she let me do for Spanish. We had to do presentations. And so I did I would always do this for a lot of classes where I would try to make a video. Like my buddy and I took over our sophomore year. They had They put in TVs in all the classrooms, and they had a group of seniors for the leadership class do SCNN, right? Shorecrest was the name of our high school, and so Shorecrest News Network. And it was basically every Friday for like 4.5 minutes, they broadcast into every classroom, like to start every day.
Yeah.
So like, hi, but all people that weren't funny, just high school seniors that were dicking around, and they're like, sit at a desk and like, today we have there's a school dance on Friday, and there's a football game, and make sure to go get your ASB card.
Audio version of that, yeah.
So it was video, and my buddy and I are watching this, and I'm like, dude, there's a TV show for 4 minutes, and they're awful. So that was our freshman year. So sophomore year,
there's no captions.
They graduate.
It sucks.
It sucks. So and they would go to like,
put on ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Bro, they go
6 by 9. What the fuck?
They go into the parking lot and be like, 20% chance of rain, and then somebody would dump water on somebody, and you'd hear them laughing in the background.
That's great.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Come on.
But there was an opportunity for real comedy. So my buddy and I took it over and made it so we just showed 2 Girls, 1 Cup and Schindler's List every Friday. And so then we took it over, and by senior year, it was a 15 to 20 minute sketch show that was aired every morning, and some teachers would not air it because they're like, this is 20 to 30 minutes of class. And it was us doing, like, to introduce a football game, I bought all these wigs and stuff and did like this whole sketch where it was like, I'm the new football coach. And we did all this thing with the football players, and we did, for one thing, we had this kid who was like, he was a kid that would eat anything, jump out of trees. His name was Brent Donner, and he got into a tree and jumped about 30 feet from a tree onto the ground into bushes. And basically we start off, we go, well, there's a science club meeting at 4, and just so you remember, Brent's gonna jump out of a tree. And then the camera would pull back, and you'd see him just fall and hit the ground and he'd go, oh fuck, and we all just start laughing, and then it would transition to like the next thing. And so it was it was great, and they still do it now.
This was ridiculousness before ridiculousness.
1000%.
So you kind of doing like SNL stuff, and then when you started doing that, were girls in the hall like, oh, hey Adam,
have to
great presentation today.
Yeah.
Was Brent Donner getting some pussy off that?
Brent Donner was hooking up with everybody.
Oh my god, it's crazy what guys would get chicks with in high school. There was this kid Taylor Jensen, redhead kid. He always flipped his hair. He would skate and smoke weed, and his parents didn't really care. They were like, yeah, do whatever. He had so many chicks by just being high.
It was wild.
Just
Did he wear shoes?
The big, probably but no socks. But like him being high, girls be like, man, he's playing hard to get. No, he's just high as fuck, wondering if he's a gopher or not.
He's playing hard to get. He doesn't know if you're a gummy bear or a girl.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
Wild. Yeah, those guys were so. I couldn't even like fathom that.
Dude, if you could kickflip, you could get pussy. It was crazy.
Yeah, we were trying so hard.
In my high school that would sketch in the corner, had very few friends, but women would think he was hot because like the mysteriousness of him just like sketching. Yeah. It's like, motherfucker, he's biting the heads off of fucking pigeons. Like you're gonna fuck this guy? It was such a problem.
I mean, you still see that to this day. You see a guy at a bar and he's just like reading a book at a very crowded bar, and you're like, "What is going on here?" So this is not the optimum place to be reading.
Dude, the bar that I would bartend at in New York, my buddy would come, and he was like a writer. He would come computer out writing,
porn.
But in the middle of like a fucking crowded ass bar, and then girls were, so like, what are you writing? And he'd be like, it's just my memoirs, and just get pussy.
He's writing redfish, bluefish, yellowfish.
Literally fake writing. Yeah, fake writing. Good for him.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna start doing that.
How long did you bartend for?
Oof, probably 5 years.
When I met you, were you doing that out there? No, you were doing comedy full time. I was doing
comedy full time. But yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We met around about the time that I just stopped. But yeah,
bartending.
Bartending. Yeah.
Was it? You were probably great at it, right?
I was
super personable.
Very good. Yeah. That was. I mean, obviously, besides comedy, like that was my most fun job too.
Whoa.
You bartend?
No, but you
feel like a bartender to me in the best way possible. Like I think you would crush it.
Oh, I appreciate it. I mean, I love shooting the shit with people, and I think the bartending part of it, I think, would have been tough for me because I worked at Albertsons in high school, customer service,
Big flex.
And I got tested patience-wise with just people. So I don't know if I could wait on people because like I'd work in the customer service booth, people would come in, and I was just some dickhead 17-year-old. They would always kill it with kindness, but I had no problem calling you out if you were a total fucking asshole. Some woman came in, we had an A+ soda machine outside. There was like a off-brand of soda in Washington State. A+ soda. It was not good. Poor people drank it.
Not an ad.
I drank it. Was that?
Nothing.
Not an ad?
Not an ad.
It's not around anymore.
We're not plugging them.
We're not plugging them. They're not around anymore. Can't plug them.
Turn that cup around.
Turn that cup around. And so this woman comes in and she drops about like 15 lemon limes, right? They don't even have Sprite, right? And she drops them down and she goes, I just spent $11 in quarters trying to get lemon lime or trying to get root beer. And this crap machine kept giving me lemon lime. I want my money back. I go, first of all, that sucks. I'm also a root beer guy over lemon lime. So the fact that you didn't get what you desired on this hot Seattle day, I'm not a fan of. I'm going to do everything in my power to turn the situation around for you. That being said, did you maybe think that at like $6 in quarters you weren't going to get root beer today? And she goes, are you calling me stupid? I go, I'm just saying you spent a lot of money. You wasted a lot of time. You have a lot of sodas. You knew you weren't going to get what you desired. And then she fucking brings the boss over. He freaks out. Another guy came in with meat that was he said there was a green patch on it. He's like, I want my money back. And I was like, dude, green patches on meat is fucking wacky. That's, of course, we got you. Hand me the meat back. He's like, well, no, we ate around it. I was like, well, then sir, that's not
just
how.
the sticker for the price.
Yeah.
1999. He's like,
yeah.
what the hell is this green shit?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's a check from the Barbie movie look like?
I don't know.
And how many lines did you have in that? Because I auditioned to play one of the frat guys. They casted a much hotter guy than me.
Impossible.
Debatable, dude.
Thank
Who
you.
was it?
I don't know. There's 2 rollerblader guys. Or 2 frat guys?
Oh, yeah.
two frat guys?
That cat caller, right?
Yes.
Right before the scene where I'm the cop.
They
where they're
rollerblading.
rollerblading.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
couldn't.
I was on strike. I was like, yeah, you don't put me in your movie. I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I showed them fucking billions of dollars later.
I mean, the residuals bought me this shirt. No.
Whoa.
You too can look like you were featured in the Nickelodeon documentary. And it was not my, I don't know.
Like a day rate and then residuals after?
I think I'll get some residuals, yeah. I think I have, a little bit.
Yeah,
not crazy. But
it'll be fine.
What are we talking?
I mean, it was about
make them
maybe
say the number.
It was about 10 to 12 lines. And then it got chopped down. So yeah, that was crazy because I was going back and forth with, I mean, it was wild. They are both so hot, by the way. If given the chance to sleep with one of them, I'd be like, can you give me the night to think about it?
Yeah.
Gosling was just so cool, didn't even blink when I talked to him. In between takes, myself and the other cop were making them laugh so much that after one of the takes on our coverage, Gosling just goes, he's just like, you know how he breaks on SNL? He's like, I'm watching him like doing that, and Margot Robbie's like, because we were doing all this silly shit.
Get a camera on him I'm doing crowd work here.
Yeah.
I'm clipping this.
And afterwards, he just claps and he goes, if that's not the trailer, I'm not in the movie. And then in between takes, I'm talking to him and he's like, so you do comedy? I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's cool, man. And he's asking all these questions, being real kind and just like staring right at me, and to where I'm just like, dude, if you don't blink, I'm gonna finish the job right here.
Yeah.
Because then I think
imagine
my wife
coming without blinking. He's just like, yes, that was good. That was great. That was really good.
And we took a picture, and then I go, I'm gonna make this cover for my special. And he flinches away real quick and he goes, whoa, no, not cool. And I go, oh, sorry, I was joking. I definitely wouldn't do that. It's not even out yet. I haven't even shot it. I was just saying. And he goes, yeah, dude, this picture, this outfit, it can't even be out there yet.
Fuck.
And I was like, oh, I was just joking. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Ryan Gosling. He's like, hey, it's all good, man. Just please do not post it. I was like,
you call him Ryan Gosling, full
You
government
have
name?
to. You can't call Ryan.
full government name. Ryan, Eli.
It is funny just to call him Ryan. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Can't do that.
Yeah,
it's illegal. I think he gets shot. You can't do
But
that.
what would you do if he's like, yeah, for sure, you can put it on your special?
Probably would have. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. Right. I mean, I still should have used it, and then just for the drama, and then he hits me up, dude. What the fuck? And then he blogs, and then he starts a blog.
Who's starting blogs in 2024?
Ryan Gosling. So in the movie, they cut the scene down from like 3.5 minutes to like a couple shots. So it's 2 lines. You see me as the cop for one of them, so I guess that's cool. But the sound engineer hit me up on the gram and was like, bro, there's like 9 different versions of the scene. I just want to let you know, though, it's hilarious. And I was like, oh, thanks, because we had kind of, chummed it up during some ADR. And I go, oh, that's cool. I go, well, then I think I'm going to post about it. He's like, yeah, the whole scene's in there. I go, all right, cool. If that's worthy for me to be like, hey, I'm in the movie or whatever. And then I go to the midnight screening with my wife and some homies, and we're sitting there, and I pop on screen, and I go, here we go. And 2 seconds go by, and I go, and there it was. And it was just really
I almost want to
quick.
watch it first by myself just so I know how much can I hype this.
But bro, the amount of things that I'm sure you guys can attest to this. Once you're around here long enough, and I think I've been out here maybe, or at least like in, even since college, like the things that are promised or are gonna happen or about to happen.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their, chunk of stories like that. So it really didn't faze me because I was like, fucking all right. Still got
it goes
to
on
be
the
in it,
IMDb. You get a screenshot. You got a photo with them. It's like,
but sometimes when you're shooting, they're letting you go. Sometimes I want to turn and be like, are you guys going to use any of this?
Well, no, selfishly,
I'm giving you gold.
That is what selfishly I was just like, oh man, it wasn't what the funniest stuff that we did wasn't in there. So selfishly, were hired not to fill space. You were hired to be funny and add something, which is even in a small part like that. At least I think so. And I know the woman who cast me. So the woman who cast is Allison Jones, and she casts Office, Curb, Veep, and every Apatow, Paul Feig movie. And so she just gave it to me. And so I was like, all right, so there's a built-in understanding of like, fucking make me look good.
Yeah.
So to not have them use any of that is like, but also, fuck, dude. I mean, dude, I know so many people that have been cut out of shit where it's like, oh man, what
if it makes you feel any better, I was on an MTV2 show.
It doesn't.
On episode 11, and they only made it to episode 2, and then it got canceled. So.
What was the show? Wait, was it the?
It was like.
Of course, you were on an MTV. Was it a dating? Wasn't it like Under the Sheets or Undercover? Wasn't there a
no? It was
high school show where they were all fingering each other in a fucking Quiznos. What was it? No. What was the show called?
It was in Seattle
I'm
for
trying
sure.
to think about what you're thinking about.
There was it was Undeclared.
Undeclared. That was
parental
an Apatow
control?
show.
Huh?
Undeclared was an Apatow show. I think that was like Freaks and Geeks.
But do you guys remember parental control?
Yes.
They'd be like, hey,
You were on
your
parental
boyfriend's no. But just segue. They'd be like, her boyfriend's a piece of shit. Now we're gonna have 50 dudes audition to plow our daughter. You remember this?
And they were into
I
it.
do.
And
Oh, the
it
parents.
would be in a warehouse in like downtown. And dudes, this is how horny the world is. Dudes would line up on a Saturday just to line up for the chance to go on a single date. 50 guys, they would interview the parents and be like, what makes you a good candidate? Well, I can do a somersault. I know how to draw that
How
weird ass
big's your
thing. Yeah. And then the boyfriend would have to watch the date on the couch and be like, they're not going to kiss. They're not going to kiss. And then he'd kiss. He'd be like, fucking whore. I don't even want her. You want to fuck Darlene?
Dude, I'm sorry to end the podcast early, but can we pull up the entire season of this show?
Dude,
that sounds unbelievable.
You don't remember this?
It's unbelievable.
I do. It's
It
coming
was-
all back, but
oh my God,
I never
yeah.
saw
I
it.
used to have a bit on it, how great it was. It was such a niche moment in time where it's like,
MTV crushed their programming for a solid amount of time.
oh my God,
Yeah.
it was so good.
16 and
Parental
Pregnant was
control.
not a funny show, but it was a
Riveting.
solid take. It was riveting.
Yep.
riveting.
Yep.
You know?
Next.
Was great. There's this whole like era of this kind of like dating Room Raiders.
Oh my
Roommates.
God.
That's not the show's fake.
Pit My Ride
Pit
was
My
unfucking
Ride.
unbelievable. What was the one where they walked in the house? Hey, this is my house. What was that shit?
Cribs.
Cribs. I mean, dude.
They had the best programming. I mean, that,
What it was called? I would love for the longest time if Mike thought it was called "Hey, this is my house."
I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
I have
but
the
that's
worst
good.
memory
But that's
with
what they would
titles
do.
and shit.
They would just open the door. That show too was like the first taste of like celebs because
Oh my God.
now there's like
Yeah.
Vanity Fair or
was always a
something
random-
died. There's always these
yeah.
videos where like celebs will show
Vanity
a 10-minute
Fair,
thing.
Architecture
Digest or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, Cribs was like the
there was
first.
always just the homies were just hanging out.
Wasn't
at
it
the house.
pre-social media too?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not like you could just do an Instagram live of Rob Kardashian in his 2-bedroom. It was like it was.
Two better needs at least two for his wife's ass.
I mean,
Hey,
dude,
come
some
on,
of the
There's a
houses
few,
were
like
wild.
legendary ones. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What was that one where they did? Wasn't it like Wu-Tang Clan that like did their like a
Probably.
trap house or something? Do you remember
Yeah, I
this?
think somebody did one as like a joke, or there
Yeah.
was rumors that people would rent a really nice house for the day when they were doing that.
Yeah.
But if they came to me right now, I would definitely be like, "Cool, who's my richest friend?
Yeah.
How do I borrow a house for a day?
think I'll
And
do
why
the-
is there photos of Dylan Francis everywhere in your house?
Oh my God.
I think I would do the opposite, wouldn't you? As like a joke. I would do like a bouncy house.
They have MTV has a whole YouTube channel called MTV Vault that has all of this fucking shit.
they
on it.
should.
Really?
That
20-minute
catalog
episodes
is
of
worth
parental control.
so much.
Yeah.
Did they also have they had Punked.
Punked. He was
Right?
on an episode of Punked.
Let's go.
Him and Santino were on the same episode with one of the Kardashians.
Who'd you guys punk?
Miley Cyrus.
Thank you, Miley Cyrus. Goddamn.
Miley Cyrus used to go to the Improv all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Saw there many times. I saw Miley Cyrus there in the same night and Walking Phoenix, and then went to the Comedy Store and met Brian McKnight, and Nelly was in the back. Separately, by the way.
I want to meet Brian McKnight.
Oh, it was cool. It was just as cool as you think it was.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And Nelly was in the back and with Chris Spencer.
Band-Aid? Band-Aid?
Band-Aid on the eye.
Good for him.
Wow.
And I
You
asked
just want
him.
to touch and be like, "What's
Yep.
what
And I asked him if he'd
brand
do
is
my podcast, and he was like, "Man, I'm going through some financial troubles right now." And I was like, "Dude,
I didn't
we don't have
ask
to
you
talk
that.
about that." And then he gave me his email, and then I think it bounced.
it?" Email. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start giving people email. Hey, what's your number?
Email's
I got email.
Oh, that's I
Crazy.
always go for email. Yeah.
Really? That's
Oh, yeah.
so smart. If
Yeah.
you don't want to talk to somebody,
Because
I
number
give
though,
them email.
the fake number is so easy to give out.
Oh yeah.
Emails are you have to stop and think, and then you can be like, you can suss out quickly if it's bullshit or not.
Right.
I think anyway. But
That's a great point.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
I met Andre 3000 at the Laugh Factory once.
Really?
And he was in the crowd, and
a lot of random people love just going to shows. I was at
bro
one.
out here, yeah, go yeah. Who'd
Yeah,
you see?
there was one was Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner were
Yep.
in the
That's
top.
wild.
And then they left before I got on. So I was like, cool, there goes my fucking moment to be the next Chalamet in Dune 3. Put a weird thing in my nose.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Good. Audition. You got it.
You and Tim in any movie. I'd watch a movie if you were like his like older brother coming back from college. I don't know what the story is, but like
They kiss.
Let's
They
do
kiss.
it.
They
he's
kiss.
Chalamet doing something where life isn't going according to plan. And
Yeah.
he's trying to fucking, he's
He has
not
to
as
move-
cool.
He has to move back with his older cousin.
Yeah.
And he has to sleep on the couch and he has to figure his life out. And you are kind of his sensei.
And you're living in like what, like a frat house, like a big house
it's
with a bunch of
not-
dudes?
Like a
not doing
bungalow type.
Maybe
thing.
like tech guys or like,
Yeah.
you're like an
And we're
energy
trying
drink
to-
guy.
Yeah, we're trying to come out with a new energy drink that's like a kombucha.
And he's a
mixed with
brainiac
Adderall.
guy.
Yeah.
You're like all promo and you're
Oh,
the
I'm
face of the
smart.
company.
Yeah.
But maybe
Smart.
you're actually getting into a lot of money trouble and he
Tim,
saves
are you hearing this? Book me right now.
This is Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
This is
dude.
Silicon Valley. Same thing.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
Chalamet could pass his brothers for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're hotter.
Actually-
You're hotter than him. It's not even close.
Yeah, dude.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Ego
Yeah.
boost.
There's a lot of people that randomly, you'll be about to go on stage and they're like, hey, Mike Tyson's in the crowd. You're like, why would you tell me this?
That's a cool one.
Tell me
I
after.
don't ever.
Tell me
do,
after.
do you want to know? I never want to know if anyone's in the
I
crowd.
got
Just
told
don't
once
fucking
when
I
tell
don't
me.
know if my parents are there. I love you, mom and dad, but god damn it, don't tell
I
me.
know. Don't tell me.
Oh,
I
I'm
want
a
to know.
fan there. Paul McCartney was at the Improv when I had
I,
Let's Go On.
I saw that night. There was like there were
Yep,
photos.
they
of
did
that.
a bunch of photo shoots with him, and there's about 50 people. It was a Comedy Juice show, 10 p.m. And right before I go up, somebody goes, "No pressure, but Paul McCartney's here." I go, "Hey man, all the pressure." And so then I go up, I turn things up a notch for sure, and then I get off
You know a lot of
stage.
Beatles material. You know, I'm just riffing here.
It all about, hey man, is
We got a
Ringo
Beatles fan
really
today?
that
Yeah,
good?
Strawberry Fields. I love it.
Yeah,
Ringo
yeah, yeah.
Starr. What about the
How about
planet?
Raspberry Fields? Yeah. And so, what about the what?
Ringo Planet.
yeah. And
You
so
just
we
get a
get
drink thrown in their head.
We'll edit this
Oi.
out. And so then I sit down in the back and I walk by and I go, I got to walk by Paul to make sure that I want to give myself the opportunity for him to at least like see me. So I walk by to the back door of the Improv, the main room, and he's sitting on that seat right in the back, like that's to the right of the
Oh,
door.
shit.
And so I walk right by and he taps me and he goes, Adam. And I look over and
No
he
way.
goes, great set, very funny. He goes, sit down, you want to have a drink?
No.
Swear to God. Swear to
You look
God.
over, it's just Mark Hayes. Like, oh fuck.
So funny. Literally
Yeah.
the worst possible option. And so then I sit down and love you, Mark. And so I sit down and I go, I can't believe I'm sitting here, man. He goes, what are we having? I go, dude, I'll drink anything. I'll do anything to you. I'm very vulnerable right now. And he kind of laughs. And then,
you
yeah, he
Yeah.
goes, well, in that case, let it be.
We got a
And
little
then
yellow submarine for you.
there's so many
Good.
sexual Beatle pun
I know,
song titles to make.
That's all I got.
And I think we're all just racking our brain right now for just help, you know.
Yeah.
And so then I go, I don't know, man. And he goes, let's get margaritas. I go, dude, you could have said, let's drink our own piss. Let's fucking do it. So we get margaritas, these big ass margaritas. He goes, what are we cheersing to? I go, to being best friends forever. And he goes, what else? And then smiles really big, like, no,
Oh,
like
wow.
not that. And so then I go, I don't know, man. He goes, how about to live in a groovy life and making a great night out of it? And I
Is
go,
this what you guys do in the back of the Improv?
yes.
While somebody else is on stage, you guys are having the best time ever. Like, what are we cheering to? He's like, I'm trying to do my setup here.
Totally. Oh,
Really?
I,
Oh, someone was on stage?
oh yeah.
Who was on? Do you remember who was on
Holy
stage?
shit.
I
That's
wish I
so
could remember.
funny.
I could
like,
probably find the lineup
could you
somewhere.
imagine like you're bombing and you just hear Adam Ray and Paul McCartney having the best time ever in the corner? Hey guys.
Yeah, there's no way. But and I wish it would have been. I mean, that would have been ballsy if somebody did call us out. Hey, Paul, John, shut the fuck up. Or
Hey,
whatever.
just trying to do my setup here so I can maybe join the table after.
Wow, yeah. And
There was
so,
one. What were you saying?
oh, so we get the margaritas, we cheers, and then they're leaving, and I go. We go out to the back, and I go, Paul, and we walk out where they are, and he's getting in his SUV, and he's got this tiny little, I think his manager, British man with him, a caricature of a British guy. Like he was like, Paul's got to get in a flight to Shanghai.
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati.
Yep. And I go, hey man, I go, shooting my shot here, but do you got 20 minutes in the morning for us to come by and do a pod? Because we ended up talking with him for a little bit after the show, and he was so cool and so not a Beatle. And just, really made us comfy. And so then, and he goes, oh, we got to go to Shanghai in the morning. We'll leave at 10 a.m. And I go, dude, we'll come by at 8, knock it out for 10 minutes. Maybe we'll just get a sound bite. He goes, it's not going to happen. With a big smile on his face, but he put his hand on me. And then he goes, but cheers for asking. He goes, enjoy the rest of the night. Very funny, thanks for the hang. And then got in his car, and it turned out to be Vin Diesel, actually, that whole time. I was on mushrooms, it was Vin Diesel. No.
See, what you got to do is when you go to the booth to sit next to Paul, you put the audio voice memo on your phone and you just put it in there.
Tape the whole combo.
Yeah, with some guy doing a bit in the back. No, don't do that. Obviously, don't do that. But
I did that once.
really?
Yeah, when Robin Williams popped into the improv lab, I took my phone out and just fucking, he's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
guy. I got a picture with him that night because that's my fucking guy. And it was Eddie Pepitone. They were friends, and Eddie was like, you got to come by. Robin's going to pop in. So I was sitting in the back, and Robin comes in. just, I couldn't even believe it. I mean, still to this day, probably the most person that made me like go like, what the fuck? And he's got a big beard, and he's sitting around, and he's joking and laughing, and Eddie's just cracking him up, and I think Dana Gould was there too. And then Randy's like, Robin, you gotta go up, and he's like, no, you're not Eddie, whatever. And then he goes up, and people go nuts, and it's the old improv lab. Did you guys ever do the old improv lab? Probably not.
I got to LA right when they changed it.
So it used to be a black box theater, like an intimate. It was awesome. There was no bar. There was a little sound booth in the corner, and it was dark, and it was black curtains.
Which way was the stage? Towards the stairs or the?
Towards. So the way you walk in now to the improv lab, you'd be facing the stage. So the stage is where the bar is. So the audience, so the comic is facing the door, entrance to the lab. So, and maybe 50 seats, and it was awesome, dude. And a phone goes off, and Robin goes up, and everyone goes nuts. And then a phone goes off, and then he just improvises about cell phones for about 20 minutes, and was unbelievable. And then I took my phone out. I mean, very amateur, and I just was like, you couldn't hear anything. It was muffled in my pocket.
Oh,
you heard a little bit like, and I was like, awesome. Not deleting it. I deleted it. But
I got a story kind of like that. I don't know if I've said it on this podcast or somewhere else, but I saw the Comedy Store maybe like 2015 post like secret surprise smoking headliner. They always say that. When they say that, it's usually Chappelle. Right? Smoking, blah, blah, blah. Me and my buddy go, it's Christmas Eve. Did I ever tell the story?
No.
It's Christmas Eve. And it's in the belly room. It's Chappelle. Norm Macdonald opened the show.
Wow.
Norm opened the show. He didn't. He just went up there. No, like, hey, how you guys doing? He just goes up there and starts being Norm. And the crowd is like, what's going on? It was Norm, it was Tony Hinchcliffe. I forget somebody else, and then Chappelle. Chappelle does like an hour. Everybody leaves. For whatever reason, I'm the last person. Me and my buddy are the last two people to get our checks like paid for. So we're just waiting there. All the lights are on, and I see a cigarette on the stage, and I go, "That's a fucking Dave Chappelle cigarette." And I go, "I'm gonna take this." What a cool thing to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it around my neck.
So I take it, and then I go home. It's in my pocket, and I put it in this plastic joint roller container. But this is where it's so fucking dumb of me, right? For whatever reason in my head, I wanted to remember that this cigarette was from Dave Chappelle, as if I have other cigarettes.
Yes.
So I take a Sharpie, and on the cigarette, not even the case, I write Dave on the cigarette, as if I forged his own autograph. So somewhere out there, there's a Trevor Wallace signed Dave Chappelle cigarette.
Kind of cool.
It's probably, I think it's still at my parents' old house. But yeah, it's like, why the fuck would I sign that?
I like that story.
It's unique.
I really like it.
It's unique,
You
man.
don't have it anymore.
Well, I still do somewhere.
You do, yeah.
But things at my parents' old
What
house.
is your guys' most prized like comedy possession? Like, and not like a special or anything, like something that is, I guess, similar to that, like that you took from a club or that you.
Probably that.
Wow, really?
I mean, I used to take a lot of the improv lineups when I first started going there.
Yep.
You know, you'd be mind blown to even
Totally.
you weren't on the same show as somebody, but to have your name printed as one of these massive
Yeah, man.
headliners.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one framed from the Laugh Factory that was a Kevin Nealon, his new material night, and it was
sick.
me, Larry David, who
Holy
popped
shit.
in, Jay Leno, Conan, and maybe like Fraser Smith or something, and and somebody else, and it was just. But the Larry David was enough for me to be like, what?
Hilarious.
But then Conan's never there, and Leno's never there. It was just wild, yeah.
That's incredible. It's nothing as actually as cool as this. I just have this. I remember my first night that I barked in New York. I still have. They give you like a color coded, like you're the yellow flower guy, you're the blue flower guy, whatever. And I remember I was a red flower guy the first night, and so I kept one of the flyers, and so I still have it in this like old like comedy notebook that I have. And so it's just like, I've recently, it's funny you bring this up, I probably like, or you brought, I'm sorry, like a couple days ago, I like was flipping through that the first notebook I ever had just to kind of fuck around and see what and it fell out and I was like, oh fuck, this is so cool. It was the first one I
I have something like that too from like
That's
the
amazing.
first LA show I did was a brand show at the Comedy Store, and it says on there, it's like, it's a cool printout, and there's like Comedy Store 2015 on there, and it has like my name and some others, but just stuff like that is really cool.
I have a Brad Williams step stool that he gave me. That he uses to get up on the couch, and that's probably my most prized possession.
Yeah.
And now, do you use it for anything? Do dogs use it to get on the couch? Or?
Just one. I have I have a team of little people that kind of make me coffee and whatnot, so they'll use it to.
I mean,
we pay them decently. But it's
and what do you pay him again? It's not currency. It's
No,
chocolate.
it's Sonic coins.
Yeah, it's Monopoly money and Sonic coins. Oh my God, there's nothing more offensive than paying a dwarf in fake video game money. Has Brad been on the show?
No, he's so funny though.
No, but I recently we were sitting next to each other on a plane. Did we talk for the whole fucking time? Yeah, I told you the. Sorry. Yeah.
Brad's a great conversationalist. He can talk about anything.
Dude, and I'm a very like don't fucking talk to me. Like I don't. But I'm a very like headphone in on my phone. I'm very like shut down. Exactly the word. But yeah, man, like we just immediately were like, whatever, and we started talking before the plane took off, and by the time I knew it, we were like landing. But the whole flight, it was from like Chicago to LA, like not a short flight.
That's the best place to get to know another comedian. It's just outside of here. The airport,
you see another comedian in the airport and you feel this joint sense of unity where you're like,
100%.
you do what I do, we do what we do. And then you're like, you could have never talked in your life before. And then now all of a sudden you guys are best friends. You see each other at the spots and you're like, oh, what's up? Where'd you guys meet? I don't know, Delta?
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw Kathleen Madigan once at the airport, but it's the only time I've went the other way and didn't like say what up to a comedian. And only because I auditioned for Last Comic Standing. Should not have been. I was 3 years into stand-up, and my manager was like, I got you an audition for Last Comic Standing. I was like, I think this is a bad idea. And it was at the Improv.
Hey, what happened to the Cheaters audition?
yeah. And he sends me in. I go in and they go, you're the very last audition of the day. It was Kathleen Madigan, Alonzo Bowden, and Ant. Remember Ant, the comedian?
Yes.
It was the first season, I think.
No.
And he was a comedian, a little, short guy, brown hair. Does that do it? And so I walk in and they shove me in, all these cameras in the Improv main room. It doesn't look the same at all. I run up on stage and I'm the last one of the day. So I'm like, all right, hopefully they'll just like let me do my thing. They don't need to razz me. They've gotten all their like roasts in, hours before this. And I get up there, I'm so nervous. And my first joke was this joke that I closed with every set, whether it was an open mic or a 7-minute spot somewhere. It was a Folgers coffee joke where I'd go, man, I just saw a Folgers coffee commercial, topical, and I go, man, the slogan is the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. And I go, is it? A little misleading to me. That slogan should be the best part of waking up is not dying in your sleep. And then would get a laugh. And then I do an act out of going like, yeah. And then I did this whole thing about a NyQuil commercial. And I start the Folgers coffee bit, and Kathy Madigan goes, a Folgers coffee bit? What is it, 1984? And I go,
she said it in
what? And I'm like, and it just completely throws me. And I go, yeah, I mean, I'm 3 years in, so just trying to find some relatable material. And then Alonzo goes, hey, let him do another joke. And I was like, thanks, Alonzo Bowden. And then I just dug deep and did some bit about, I go, oh, this feels a lot like my Little League games because my dad's not here. And then it was just silence, and doing a joke about that and then it being quiet just made it even more sad. And then I just went, when I go, oh boy. And I like, and then they all kind of laughed at that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you got anything else, man? One more thing. And then I did some joke about being a fat kid. And at that point I was like, I'm not gonna be clean. So I was like, oh, I was the first one in 4th grade to get a set of tits. I charged my friends $5 to fill me up. And then Ant just goes, thank you. Yeah. What's that?
You still charge the same rates for that?
$8 now, but just inflation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, great tits, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate you.
Jesus Christ, man. We're
That's
running low
wild,
on time. That's crazy.
Yeah, wild though. But so when I saw her at the airport, it was only one time. It was probably 10 years ago. I just was like, I can't. Like it was too. I had all the feelings come back up because I was like, also I was like, I don't know. You're 3 years in. I know you're trying to like get your show. If it was halfway through the audition thing, I think it would have been more understanding to be like, they gotta, they haven't made fun of any Jews yet.
I feel like they can't talk. I feel like they can't talk during your audition. Isn't that kind of fucked up?
Yeah, well, I think at that point it was open season to kind of just jump in and cut you off, and like in American Idol, Simon would do that all the time if somebody was off key.
It just sucks, man, because they all do comedy, man. They know how it is. They know how it is. Yeah,
even at 3 years in, I was like, don't they, like, why would they do that?
Like on Kill Tony, the one written rule is like, don't talk for the first minute, then you can destroy him. It's at least let the kid audition, then tear him down.
1,000%. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Because then that completely threw me.
So Kathleen Madigan, say it. She's listening. Say it.
You fucking twat.
We'll edit in you saying,
no.
You're so funny, yeah.
Leave it, dude. Leave it. Dude, come on. Because you know what? We'll meet at some point. We'll bury the hatchet. Or maybe she remembers. Also, here's what's great about that. She probably Doesn't even remember. And
No,
if she did,
no idea.
she'd be like, dude, I don't fucking care.
She's like, hungover. I don't know what's going on.
She's in her 60s, 70s now. I mean, she's a historic. She's been doing it. She doesn't give a fuck. Maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know.
Yeah, we're just kidding here, Kathleen.
I'm not.
All right, fuck her.
Goddamn.
Welcome back to Sock Talk. I'm Dr. Phil. Joining me today are two of my favorite people. They're actually two people I just reconnected with back in the 70s, 80s, and mostly early 90s when Sugar Ray really popped off. I was having a lot of unprotected sex, mostly from the back and standing up outside. But I digress. I want to tell you about two of these people that have come in for Sock Talk, which is a segment where we take viewer confessions, submissions, and we give advice to whatever writes in it, and hopefully fix you for the better. So please welcome my sons. I didn't know I had Jared McGraw and Phil Jr. McGraw. Fellas.
Thank you. It is great to be here.
It is great to be here.
It is great.
I'm so excited for
You
this
guys look
advice.
good.
Thanks
Thanks for shaving your head for this segment. I know you both rock a nice spiky. You both look like you sell coke in Grand Theft Auto.
We do.
Yeah, I used Nair this morning, and I thought it was Neutrogena, so I done goofed on that, and I really wanted to have my full faux hawking effect, but I really ended up with a bald head. But
And in classic Phil fashion, Jared just pulled a stranger's pube from the top of his mustache. That'll happen. If you put yourself in a situation to win, you're going to come up learning something about yourself at the same time. We'll be right back. Hold that thought.
there's a Cracker Barrel underneath.
There's a Crackle Bear. I'm a big fan of Cracker. And Phil, I actually met you, my long lost son, at a Cracker Barrel bathroom. We were both in the stall together.
Yeah,
it was one of those stall urinal combo situations where they put the urinal inside the stall just for some extra butt stuff in case you don't want to do it at a hotel or a motel or a Holiday Inn. And you looked over at me and said, "What?"
And I was like, wow, that's an interesting hog you got there.
Thanks, Phil. Now, Jared, when you were a kid...
Well, hold up, I would... Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you always interrupt
complimented
me.
my penis, and I said, thank you. You look familiar.
I do remember that.
I remember that, too. That's why I said it. And I think that there's something to be said about reconnecting, reconvening, but also reflecting, okay, and protecting yourself.
Reflect and eject.
Reflect and
like
eject.
What we did in that bathroom.
Well, I talk about that in chapter 15 of my book, We've Got Issues, because we all do. Now, I think
I don't
Jared,
know how to read.
Now, Phil, I named you after me, Jared. I named you after Jared Fogle, but there's
I
something
thought
to
it
be...
was Jared the jeweler.
Well, a little bit of both. So we're going to take some submissions because people are out there dealing with it. They're going through it, and they're struggling on the struggle bus, and they've got a one-way ticket to I don't know where I'm going. So we want to see if we can help them get to the top. They're at rock bottom. We got to get them to rock top. Amen. God bless.
Hell yeah, rock bottom. Let's bring it up.
Let's do it. So let's pull up our first submission.
Yeah, thank you all for being here today. We do have a submission from a young woman who needs some advice from the McGraw clan.
Praise Dale.
The McGraw clan.
Yeah,
We got Phil Jr. and Jared.
Yeah, so we'll keep her name out of this one. But she says, my boyfriend told me I have bad breath when I wake up.
She already sounds like a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask for another submission. This girl's already complaining. If you point the finger... I always encourage when you're doing that, flip it around and do that, and put it down your throat and see what comes up. Give me another
Whoever
one.
smelled to Delta, y'all both smell like shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Amen.
Yeah, maybe you. Maybe quit brushing your teeth with banana peels. No. What does it say, Gabe?
So she says he told me that giving a blowjob early in the morning will help me reduce my bad breath. So now I give him a blowjob every morning, and he tells me I don't have bad breath anymore.
What is this woman's address?
She wants to know if he's lying to her.
Well, this man is clearly a quote-unquote genius, dare I say. He's doing the manipulation, keyword manipulation. He's putting penis first thing in the mouth.
Well, I got a confession to make. This is my submission. It's about my wife, Robin, and I did tell her that. I said, if you start doing what God put you here to do, then maybe I can go outside in public and talk to people. But I think that there's something to be said about having bad breath in a relationship that can be a deterrent for a real human connection. Jared?
You know,
where does bad breath fall for you?
I think bad breath is a sign that she was eating ass the night before and she's cheating on you, and you need to leave her and she needs to come over to me.
It's a little harsh,
And eat
Phil.
my ass.
That's interesting. I think bad breath is an aphrodisiac.
Okay, I like that.
I kind of
that.
like it. If your breath smells like a raccoon pussy, I'll fucking kiss you and make love with you and underneath the moonlight and the Lord's watching. Amen.
Anybody else hard?
Coincidentally, my Hootie and the Blowfish cover band Raccoon Pussy is playing at the Troubadour on Friday. We'll put a ticket link in the bio. What's the next submission, Gabe?
Yeah, we have another submission here. This one also, they want to stay anonymous, and they say, I'm a member of the Marubo tribe in Brazil.
Oh, that's my friend Jill. Go on.
Recently, smartphones were introduced to our community for the first time as a tribe that didn't have outside contact. Me and all of my friends have become addicted to pornography and social media. How do I break free?
Well, this is tough. Jared, I know you've been addicted to quite a bunch of things in the last few years. Nodding before people respond. You also can't help but be on...
Parkinson's in the neck, God damn it, Dad. You don't remember that?
Well,
I always feel like I'm at a Limp Bizkit show.
I do remember you
My head
wrote...
keeps rolling.
See, you're addicted to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
But now, how do you find
But
a
I've
balance?
jerked it so hard, my biscuit is still limp.
Well, how do you find...
I'm
That's
addicted
funny.
to limp dick.
That's funny, too. I raised a
Hey.
couple comedians. Now, next time I'd ask you to prove it, but we don't have much time left. Now,
I come fast.
I think there's something. That was my
Ricky
high school
Bobby.
yearbook quote. I think there's something to be said about spending too much time online and not enough time outside. Phil, you're on what app the most? Facebook, Tinder, Grindr.
Yep.
And have you met anybody that you've felt you could spend your life with?
No, they usually just do me in the ass and then leave me behind an abandoned hospital.
Okay, well, that's someone reads my blog. All right, well, that's I told him when I first met him, I said, find somebody who fills you up, right? It makes you feel good inside and out. And I think when you're online, sometimes, and they're at a
Remote tribe in Brazil.
yeah, what are they on the set of Getting Even with Dad, starring Ted Danson and Jonathan Taylor Thomas? That movie features one of them in an Indian guides tribe. We'll edit this out, but so they're in Brazil and they don't have Wi-Fi,
Yeah, they just got smartphones for the first time.
and now they're trying to adjust.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And they're
tough.
addicted to porn.
Well, what's your favorite thing to do on your phone, Jared?
Touch myself.
Okay, next submission, Gabe.
Well, you think about it, it's a touch phone. What do you think I'm going to do? Touch screen, touch myself.
It's also tough to be in Brazil, I think, in 2024.
Lot of
Yeah,
humidity.
a lot of butts, a lot of fake
A lot of butts, a lot of fake butts. They had
Yeah.
a World Cup there a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know, technology is something, everything in moderation. I say that for most things, whether it's, whether it's video games or social media, talking to your wife, space it out.
Phil, what is your favorite thing, just son to father question, to get aroused by, to get one off to? What are we talking? East Bay catalogs, Macy's?
Craigslist misconnections.
Okay.
That is
So you
right.
connect
I
with
love
misconnections.
going into a deep dive and reading, hi, Tammy, 32. I was at the Ralph's on Sunset, and I saw you walk out of the fruit aisle. Are you really a fruit? Or if you're not, do you want to come plow me at this IKEA? Signed, Tammy. And then she puts a picture of her whole family up. What's the next submission, Gabe?
Yeah, we've got we've got one more tonight. So this is gonna be a question she wanted to put her name on it. This comes from Christine, and Christine says, "Do you guys think it's hot if a girl drives a stick shift?"
Well, with what part of her body? You know what I'm saying? If you've done your Kegels in time, then now we're talking. But if you're just doing with a regular old paw, I've been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the stick shift. I've been in too many accidents. I got roadhead once from a girl driving a stick shift. She was driving.
She was driving and doing the.
Yeah, we were leaving a funeral, so times were tough. People were
Is
that how
The
you
mood
met
was
Mom?
down. Say it again.
Is that how you met Mom?
That's how I met. Mom. Yeah, my
So
wife.
she was in sixth gear and
you're
you were in-
attached to a different mom.
I am?
So you say mom to me, but I don't even know where she is. So
Oh.
I don't know who you're referring
She's
to.
on
Phil.
Craigslist looking
Yeah.
for cantaloupes.
We made you at a Dave and Buster's. We were in the bathroom right next to the Prize Center. Which, by the way, I've got a beef with the Dave and Buster's Prize Center. You'll spend $3,000 on the Ninja Turtle game and get 15,000 tickets, and they give you a now and later, a bouncy ball, and a headshot signed by an AIDS-free Magic Johnson. Jared, I met your mom at a Target. She was working there.
Which one? Tarzana?
Tarzan at Target. She had a little, she had a pimple limp. She had one of those, she had a little growth behind her ear. Everyone that works
Still
at Target has some sort of a deformity. Is that it, Gabe?
I think that's it, Dr. Phil. Thank you.
Well, I think we did. I think we did it. You look good. I'm going to make your mustache fall off. Here.
Well, thanks, Dad. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for coming in. My mother,
moms are
12
brave.
years ago.
I appreciate it.
It's an honor to be here.
Wait, you're 12 years old?
I'm 12 years old with a mustache. He got a powerful seed. Those billionaire nuts, effective.
Yeah, I come Rogaine.
Yeah.
Anyways, Daddy, it's
Joe
so
Rogan
nice,
to Joe Rogan.
So nice, so nice to meet you, Daddy.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to meet you. Hopefully, there's no more other of us running around, and if there is, we'll start a CrossFit gym somewhere.
I'm down for that.
Encinitas.
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
I've got an idea for a bigger 24-hour fitness, Planet Fitness, KFC brothel combination center.
I
So
heard
you can
about
come
that.
in, you can pump it up, you can suck it up, and you can feel better about yourself. And it'll be open past 11. I once went to a 24-hour fitness that closed at 11. I just about punched the woman behind the counter. That's a story for another day. Maybe a Friday when it's raining out.
But don't you have a little hee hee ha ha special you want to plug?
What the fuck did you call me, Phil? And scene. My special, like and subscribe, is streaming on my YouTube channel right now. You can see all the Dr. Phil specials, including Trevor Wallace, on my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Go check those out. And podcast about last night and tour. I'm on tour, AdamRayComedy.com. From now until November, check it out. Check me out. I love you guys.
Go
Thanks for
Sam.
having
Love you too, man. Thank
Such
you so
funny
much,
stand-up
dude.
and such a funny show with Phil. So
Thanks,
go
brother.
check it out. Take
Go.
care. Good night.
Good night.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for watching, listening. We love you guys. Till next Wednesday. We out. I got a big old dick.